After review of the play,
so that would have returned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it, give them 7 there on the first down carry.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run once more with McKinnon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down now, run with McKinnon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is front, last level being the secondary. But with the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves
on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of the crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they just look completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration. PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's out.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Feels good to see somebody get sacked.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Dancing to his left. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On the return, it's Tony. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And you'll see they've had success running the football, and that bodes well for their chances of lifting that Lombardi trophy. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break. But we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That's the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here comes Tony on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney.
Still 2nd down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some space here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd down and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Nick Bolton. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. In the Super Bowl, time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He's got room at the 30. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wreck. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They start on the ground. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. On 1st down, Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Dana, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills.